All right, good morning, guys. Obviously, I'm not at school this morning. I have three out of my four kiddos are sick here today, so I'm not going to make it to the morning because I got to get my kids to the doctor this morning. So I will be there for the second half of the day, but not in the morning. So what I want to do is I want to run through the STEM project that we talked about yesterday. Make sure you understand what it looks like. If you remember, we ended the day yesterday saying, hey, you need to get in a group of two, find you and a partner, and then your group of two is going to form another group of two. You're going to end up with four people. So we're going to do what we call small groups and large groups. Your small group is two people. Your large group will be four people. Okay. So yesterday, remember we watched those videos on road salt. You were each assigned one video. You're supposed to answer these questions, share your video with a partner, fill out this Venn diagram. I was just kind of introducing you to road salt. I remember that's a solution, and we talked about freezing point depression, and that's what our project is going to be about. So yesterday was just getting you ready for that. So today, if you go onto Schoology, click on STEM project, there are all of these things in here. There's a lot of things. So I'm going to run through the bottom, 7 or 8 files so you know what in the world those things are. Okay. So first one is just the project introduction. If you remember, we did this top left box together, but we said this is a working document. This is something that you can continually go back to tweak and to change. Um, we also talked about this top right, freezing point depression. Do you think the road salt impacts the environment? Why or why not? Okay. Yesterday, on the bottom left, we did the dilution. It says how many liters do we need to add to Laddie Lake to make it 0.0003 molarity. So I did not have you guys fill that out yesterday, but I want you today to do your best to remember, see if you can remember how we did that. Remember the equation we used for this was M1 V1 equals M2 V2. Now remember the M was molarity, concentration, V was volume. And so how many liters do we need to add? That would deal with the second volume. All right, so do your best to try and figure that out. And you're going to have to use some information in some of the upcoming slides to answer that. Do you think it's a possible solution? Why or why not? And then what questions do you have about the project going in? Are there any questions that you have as we move forward through it? Okay, so this is a good slide to start on. Obviously, it's titled Introduction, so that's a good place to start. Now, before we get too far, I want to give you the overview. So why are we doing this? We're trying to use our knowledge about solutions to fix the salt runoff in Laddie Lake. All right, so again, there's going to be a group of 4. We're going to call that the large group, and there's really 2 phases of it. One, groups of 2, you and your partner will research how to change the road salt. Another group of 2 will research other ideas to keep salt from getting into the lake. Okay, so there's 2 components there. Again, 2 small groups make 1 large group. One small group is going to say, hey, can we change the road salt? Can we make it different? Can we have it something else? Okay, the other group of 2 say, how do we keep it out? Instead of changing the salt, how do we keep it out altogether out of the lake? So those are 2 different ideas. All right. The group of 4 then will come together and talk about what they found out. And the group of 4 is going to decide on a solution to the problem. All right. So group of 2 research, group of 2 research come together. As a group of 4, you're going to make a decision on how to solve your problem. When you've made that decision, the end result is you're going to make a presentation. And we're going to do it in a gallery walk format. I'll talk more about that later. But what should your solution address? How does it impact the environment? What's the cost? How are you going to do that? money-wise, what's the cost, and what's the overall plan to enact your solution? How are you gonna do it? What's your plan? Now, here's the tentative schedule right now. We introduced it on Monday, kind of. You did the ACT on Tuesday. We got into road salt stuff yesterday. Today should just be all about research. Okay? Stay in your small groups. Research, research. Figure out, though, groups of 2, come together. Who's doing what? Big research day tomorrow. Tomorrow you're going to, or today, excuse me, tomorrow you're going to try and come up with a decision. All right. And then next week you'll have some presentation work, and we'll talk more about that in a second. Okay. Now, here is the data for Laddie Lake. Remember, this is how many liters it has in it. We talked about it yesterday. Right now, it's at 0.0006 molarity. The legal limit is 0.0003. That's the issue. Okay, that's that slide. Now, when your group of 2 is working through, you're going to fill this out. All right? What's your solution? How are you going to implement it? What's the cost? How does it impact the environment? What are 2 good things? What are 2 challenging things? Okay, so everybody's going to fill this out individually. When you and your partner have researched your plan, and this is what you should be really working to fill out today, then you're going to meet with your other 2, your large group, and as a large group together, you're going to fill this one out. Now, it might be similar to your individual one, but when you come together in a group of 4, you might decide, man, our plan was not the good one. Let's go with the other groups. But as a group, you guys need to then fill this out. And the group plan, really, you don't have to worry about that today. That will be something we'll talk about tomorrow. Today, try to get that individual plan filled out. All right. Now, here's the gallery walk. Here's what it's going to look like. Here's what you got to present. You can look through this. I don't want to worry about it too much today because we're not there. And then there's one more slide in there that has the rubric of how we're going to grade you on that. Okay, but again, we'll walk through more of that at a later date. Okay, so that's the project today. What you need to do, get a group of 2, and then that group of 2, find another group of 2, form a large group of 4. Okay, you might have to go out of your comfort zone to do that. You might not have a best friend in this class. That's okay. Find someone and say, hey, you want to partner up? And I know that's not easy for everybody. I wish I was there to help coach you up on that. But if you are a group of 2, then you have to go find another group of 2, right, to form a large group. So today, try and get a large group of 4 consisting of 2 small groups of 2. All right? All right. Hey, good luck, guys. I'll see you tomorrow to answer questions or work through anything. Okay, bye.